Hello, I'm Richard. I'd like to talk to you about something everybody would desire: how to turn your passion into profit. There is much going on now in terms of personal development courses, business courses to help people do that. The particular catch phrases are work 2 days a week instead of 5, and work anywhere in the world that you like, in your own time, in your own freedom. Sounds nice. However, it's not that simple to make happen. This is not about a quick rich scheme. It is not about an expensive program to help you change your life. These are some simple, practical principles that will work. The only criteria is for you to develop the discipline to follow it through. It also brings you into the situation where you don't have to throw away your job. And your job is important to you because it is what sustains you and your family and your current commitments at the moment. So this video is for people who are in a job and want to get out of it. It is also for people who are in a business that maybe is not working, that want to find something that is more aligned with their passions and create the freedom they desire. So let's get into it and see. The first thing to do is to create space and time for your future. It requires a minimum of 2 hours a week. You have 168 hours a week. It's not difficult, no matter how busy you are, how jam-packed your life is, to actually find 2 hours you can set aside in whatever blocks is appropriate. 30-minute, 20-minute, 15-minute, 10-minute, doesn't matter. They can be scattered all the way through the week. The second thing to do is to continue with your job and look at implementing better coping strategies for what causes you challenges there. For example, if you have a difficult boss, 1, you can change your attitude towards your boss. Number 2, you can develop with some creative thinking different alternative strategies in dealing with your boss. Number 3, you could actually get some people to help you with that particular situation in your workplace. Number 3 is the very important step. Identify what passions, things that make your heart open. Identify what passions that can be monetized. Here's the exercise. You list 10 things you love to do, and you draw 3 columns alongside the 10 things. The first column is how much you like that passion or activity. The second one is how easy is it to turn that into a business, to make something out of it. The third column is what is the potential profit. There's no point putting a lot of time in terms of creating a widget if the market is extremely limited. Once you do each of those, you rate each one out of 10. How much do you like it out of 10? How easy it is to make a business out of it out of 10? And what is the profit potential out of 10? Maximum is 30. So once you've got that, you will have each of the 10 with a number out of 30. You can then identify the top 3 and start work on the first one. The reason why you have the top 3 is when you go down the track and something isn't working in number 1, you run into number 2. If you need to, work on number 3. Then you aim to create a nano niche that is virtual. Let me explain what a nano niche is. Food is a niche. Within food, chicken is a niche. Within chicken, chicken wings is a niche. Within chicken wings, you can have fried wings, steamed wings, spicy wings, and so on. So that's another niche. Then within spicy wings, you can have Asian, Turkish, South African, whatever. Then once you've got a spice in your wings, you can add something else to it to create a niche. So this is what a nano niche is. It's drilling down to something really specific and unique in that particular area. The important thing about a nano niche is to be able to turn it into a virtual one whereby you don't have a shop that people comes to, or if you do, it is something that you don't have to be there. The last thing you want is to be tied physically to a business 7 days a week. The other thing about a nano niche is that it has to have value. So if you find something of greater value, then you don't have to make as many of them as something of little value. So for example, a pen, it's worth 10 cents. If you have a new pen or something radically different, you have to make thousands of them or sell lots and lots and lots of them to make a profit. Whereas if you have something much bigger, like an appliance or even a motor car or a different motor car that is of greater value, then you don't have to make as many of them. So increasing value in your nano niche or creating something of high value is very good. This will take some time. Once you find your nano niche and your passion, then ask some critical questions. And the critical questions go like this: how can this be of value to people? What do they need for this niche, this passion, for them to enjoy it and to do it in a useful manner? Is it a program? Is it a tool? Is it a widget? Is it a process? What is it that is useful for people? It must be useful for people, must be easy to use, must be accessible. So they're the important things. Now, in the process of doing all this, something critical for you to take into consideration is your self-care in doing this. Because if you don't put time into self-care, it is likely that you are not going to be able to find the 2 hours a week and to sustain the discipline of doing all this. What's involved in self-care? Simply improve your lifestyle. And there's 3 simple things to do in improving your lifestyle. First of all, grounding. Grounding is simply standing on the grass, bare earth, sand, barefoot. Minimum 10 to 15 minutes a day. 20 minutes is good. And you can break that up. Something you can do is during lunchtime, go out in the sunshine when there is sunshine, take your feet off in a park, barefoot, for 10 minutes, and take in some fresh air, nibble your lunch during that period in time. Something else is diet. When you are busy and working, usually your diet goes out the window, and the convenience of junk food overtakes getting something nourishing. So it's a matter of looking at what works for you and improving your diet, having more nourishing food away from junk food or food that's heavy and weighs you down. Then exercise. Most people who are very, very busy don't have time for exercise. Exercise is simply movement. You can actually get an app on your smartphone called the 7-Minute Workout. And you just run through a number of exercises in 7 minutes. It's easy, you follow it through. And that's something everybody can do, no matter how busy they are. They can find 7 minutes. You don't even have to do it every day. You can do it every second day, and that will make a significant difference during the week to you. The second thing is time out. How much time do you take for yourself to go and nurture yourself, to go for a walk on the beach or in the park? This is important. And the third thing is breathing. When you are busy, you don't breathe well. So learning the discipline of breathing from your diaphragm and slowing your breathing down and doing deep breathing will make a difference. And just on breathing, if you were every single hour were to take just 1 minute out of the hour, so this is 1 minute out of 60, you close your eyes, go somewhere, and you just focus on your breathing. And you do 2 breath cycles in that 1 minute with deep breathing. And those breath cycles are very simple. 7 seconds in breath, hold for 7 seconds. 7 seconds out breath, hold for 7 seconds. And so that's 28 seconds. When you do 2 cycles of that, that is 1 minute. And just doing that, shutting your brain down, focusing on your breathing, 1 minute every hour will energize you and make a significant difference during the day. The challenge again is not that you can't do it, but it's being mindful to have the discipline to do it. One of the things that research has shown is that sitting is the new modern disease. You sit too often. And often you don't remember to get up every hour. My iWatch now tells me when to get up if I've been sitting too long every hour. And I do it. So what can you put into your lifestyle, like prompts, to do these important but not urgent things in your life? Then let's look at some challenges that you're going to have doing all this. The first challenge is time. Time is about how you use your time. You cannot catch time, you cannot increase time, you cannot slow down time. It's actually a constant. So it's how much you manage your time, or your relationship with time is important. Look at the things that you can drop off in your schedule that are actually not urgent, not important. And look at the things that are urgent and not important and shift them down and replace them with the things that are important and not urgent. The second challenge is your negative beliefs. If you have a belief that you can't do it, it's not going to happen. The other challenge is relationship issues. They really weigh people down, particularly at home when your significant other and you are in disharmony. Doesn't help. The third thing is the lack of required skills. So creating a nano niche and a virtual business requires a whole different set of skills. So if you lack those skills, particularly in the IT area, then it will be necessary for you to do some homework to go and get it. Now, how long does all this take? Well, if you did just 2 hours a week, in the first year, it's unlikely you will see any results. In the second year, you will start to see some results when you work at it. In the third year, it is probable that the income that you can bring in from your nano niche will be sufficient to replace your job. So this is not an overnight fix. However, it is an investment into your long-term future. And once you are there and you have a nano niche that is virtual and you're doing something of value to people that is from your heart and your passion, and you are able to do it in a virtual manner, meaning that you can run it from your tablet, from your notebook, from your smartphone, anywhere in the world, you have freedom and bliss in your life. I'm Richard.